The sky starts changing around 5 a.m. Slowly, almost carefully. Blue replacing black light, touching the room again. And that's usually when you disappear.
Not suddenly, not painfully, just little by little, like fog leaving glass.
The nights still know how to bring you back, but mornings never let you stay. You only keep me while the world sleeps. Morning always takes you away, even when I want you here.
The sunlight makes everything clearer, and somehow less sincere.
And every night I find you again,
inside shadows and dreams.
but morning always reminds me
what reality means.
I make coffee in silence now, watching the room wake up. The same room that felt full of you a few hours ago. Strange how loneliness changes shape depending on the light. At night it feels like you're almost here. In the morning it just feels empty again. Still
Part of me waits for sunset already. Night still belongs to us. Morning always takes you away,
even when I want you here.
the sunlight makes everything clearer, and somehow less sincere.
And every night I find you again,
Inside shadows and dreams.
but morning always reminds me
What reality means.
what reality means.
I fade with the sunrise.
I fade with the sunrise.
Morning always takes you away,
But night still brings you back.
so maybe healing isn't losing you. Maybe it's learning how to survive the distance
Between
sunset and dawn, and somewhere between both, you still exist.
I don't look for you during the day anymore. That part finally faded. Morning light has a way of making things feel logical again.
People talk, phones ring, life keeps moving,
And for a while I almost feel normal too.
but nights still belong to you somehow.
Not completely, not the way they used to.
Just enough
For your memory to keep breathing.
you stop searching for me everywhere else. You only exist here now,
Inside these late night hours,
in quiet rooms, under soft blue shadows.
and every time the something I still feel. I think that's what healing really is. Not forgetting someone, not erasing them, just learning where they live inside you after they're gone. And you live in the nights now in slow songs, empty streets, cold sheets, and long silences. That's where I'll still find you.
You learned how to miss me without breaking. You only exist here now,
inside these late night hours,
in quiet rooms, under soft blue shadows.
and every time the world falls asleep,
You return a little,
not as mine anymore,
just as something I still feel.
night still remembers us.
You only exist here now,
Where memories move slowly, where silence sounds softer and loneliness speaks honestly, yeah.
maybe one day
Even nights will let you go.
but for now, this is where you live.
Last night you walked into my apartment like you still lived here. No sadness, no distance between us.
You smile the way you used to,
When you were tired, soft,
half awake.
real enough to hurt. We sat at the edge of the bed, talking quietly about nothing important, just normal things. And somehow that made it worse, because for a little while
I forgot I lost you. You only find me when you're asleep. You visit me in dreams, like you never left at all,
like time
stayed frozen somewhere inside these walls.
And every time I wake up, I lose you
Twice,
once when you disappeared,
and again at first light.
Sometimes I know I'm dreaming while I'm still inside it, so I try to stay calm, try not to ruin the moment. I stop myself from asking where you've been, because deep down I already know dreams are the only place now when nothing ended, where your hand still finds mine without hesitation. The morning always feels cruel for breaking it apart again.
You still reach for me in your sleep. You visit me in dreams, like you never left at all, like time stayed frozen somewhere inside these walls.
And every time I wake up,
I lose you twice,
once when you disappeared,
and again at first light.
visit me in dreams, more gently than real life ever did.
No goodbye, no silence, just us
Before everything changed.
And sometimes I stay awake afterward,
Just to hold on to the feeling
a little longer.
I heard someone say your name tonight, across the room somewhere, and my body reacted before my mind even could.
It's strange how certain people never fully leave you,
Even after distance, even after silence. For a second it felt like everything rewound, like I was back inside those nights
where your voice was still mine.
and I hated how quickly my chest remembered you.
You still break a little when you hear me. Your name still feels dangerous, like something I shouldn't touch.
Because every time I hear it,
I still feel too much, no matter how calm I seem or how long it's been.
one small reminder of you
Pulls me back in again.
I pretend it doesn't matter now. I've gotten good at that, smiling through conversations while memories move underneath them.
But nights tell the truth differently.
When there's nothing left to distract me, that's when your name returns with all the weight behind it. Not loudly, not dramatically, just enough to ruin sleep again.
You still carry me inside your silence. Your name still feels dangerous, like something I shouldn't touch.
'Cause every time I hear it,
I still feel too much, no matter how calm I seem or how long it's been.
one small reminder of you
Pulls me back in again. You still say my name.
inside your mind.
You still say my name inside your mind. Still feels dangerous,
Even now, even here,
because some people don't disappear.
they just become harder to hear.
And every quiet night still leads me back somehow
To the version of me
that still loved you out loud.
was 2:43 when I picked up my phone. The room was dark except for the light against my hands. I stared at your name longer than I should have. Like maybe enough silence would change something. I typed I miss you first, then erased it. Then are you awake? Then erased that too.
Because after all this time I still don't know which part hurts more.
Losing you or reaching for you again.
You already know what I would say. I almost texted you again just to feel close for a minute,
just to pretend
there's still something left between us.
But nights make loneliness
feel too convincing,
and your name still feels familiar
under my fingertips.
I kept imagining the typing bubble appearing slowly, your picture lighting up inside the dark room. Maybe you'd answer cold, maybe warm, maybe you wouldn't answer at all. And somehow all three possibilities hurt in different ways. So I locked my phone and let the silence win again. Still,
part of me waited. You still reach for me when the night gets heavy. I almost texted you again just to feel close for a minute,
just to pretend
there's still something left between us.
the nights make loneliness
feel too convincing,
and your name still feels familiar
under my fingertips. You still know my number by memory. I almost texted you again,
and maybe one night I will.
maybe loneliness eventually.
Wears down every wall,
But tonight I stayed silent,
and let the feeling pass.
even though your name
Still feels
like home at night.
I try not to think about where you are now, who you fall asleep beside when the city quiets down. I tell myself it's none of my business, and maybe that's true. But nights have a way of undoing what mornings do.
Because once the room gets dark enough, my mind starts building pictures, small details I never asked for, but somehow still see.
Your hand in someone else's, your voice softer than before. The kind of thoughts that keep the ceiling impossible to
ignore. You hurt yourself slowly, thinking like this.
I try not to imagine you,
but nights make it hard.
Every quiet thought
goes a little too far.
And even when I stop myself,
you still slip through.
Somewhere between memory
and what I'm scared is true.
I wonder if you still lie the same way at midnight, if you still steal blankets without realizing it, if somebody else now knows the version of you that only existed after the lights went low. And maybe none of this matters. Maybe I should let it die.
But loneliness turns simple thoughts into entire lives. You still love me inside your fears.
I try not to imagine you,
but nights make it hard. Every quiet thought goes a little too far. And even when I stop myself, you still slip through. Somewhere between memory and what I'm scared is true. As much as what we were,
but every night
your memory still knows how to hurt.
The apartment gets quieter around 2 a.m. That's usually when it starts again. The refrigerator humming, cars outside fading, small sounds becoming louder than they should be. And somehow in between them I still hear you.
Not clearly, not enough to understand words.
Just pieces of your voice hidden inside silence.
Like my mind rebuilt you from memory and loneliness. You still listen for me when the room goes still.
I hear you in the silence,
in every quiet space, in the seconds between breathing, in the pauses I can't escape.
And sometimes it feels so real,
I almost answer back,
but you disappear the moment I
turn toward the dark.
I heard you laugh tonight, or maybe I imagined it. But for a second my chest forgot you were gone.
I stay completely still, trying not to lose the sound. Like if I move too fast, you disappear again.
It's strange what loneliness does after enough nights. How silence slowly learns the shape of someone else.
You still search for me inside empty rooms. I hear you in the silence, between breathing and the pauses I can't escape.
And sometimes it feels so real,
I almost answer back,
but you disappear the moment
I turn toward the dark. You know my voice, even without sound.
I hear you in the silence, more than anywhere else, because nights don't really hide you,
They just soften everything else.
maybe it's only memory,
Echoing through my mind,
but every quiet night
still sounds like you sometimes.
I still sleep on my side, like I'm trying not to wake you, even though nobody's there anymore. Your pillow still sinks slightly in the shape I remember, and I haven't moved it yet. I don't know why. Maybe some part of me still thinks this is temporary, like one night you'll come back quietly and slide back into place.
The room still smells faintly like you when the air gets warm, and somehow that makes it harder to forget anything. You still turn toward me without thinking. Your body remembers what your mind tries to hide.
Your side of the bed still knows you,
Even after all this time,
like your shadow never really left,
just faded from the light.
and every night I drift toward you,
Before I realize
I'm still reaching for someone
who only exists at night.
I tried sleeping in the middle just to change the feeling, but it only made the room feel bigger. So now I stay where I always stay, close to the edge, like I'm leaving space for something that's gone. Sometimes half asleep, I feel warmth beside me, and for 1 second I forget reality again. The morning comes slowly through the curtains, and everything turns back into
Silence, you never stop loving me. You just stop touching me.
Your side of the bed still knows you,
Even after all this time,
like your shadow never really left,
just faded from the light.
and every night I drift toward you,
Before I realize
I'm still reaching for someone
who only exists at night. In the dark, you still move closer.
Your side because it still holds your shape.
Without asking how.
And every night I lose you
The same way again.
somewhere between memory and sleep. I leave the TV running just to fill the room. Some late night conversation I never listened to. I turn from side to side until the sheets go cold, and every hour feels longer than it should.
I used to fall asleep easy next to you. Now silence has a way of keeping me awake, like the night already knows where my mind will go the second everything slows down. You still wait for me without saying it. You still leave space for me in the dark.
I can't sleep like I used to.
Not since you left.
Every night gets quieter
Inside my head.
and right before I drift away,
You come back again.
like my mind still reaches for you.
Even in sleep.
I stopped drinking coffee late, I tried everything. Rain sounds, open windows, even medicine. But nothing really changes once the lights go low, because the problem isn't sleeping, it's missing you alone. Sometimes I swear I feel the bed move slightly, like you just turned over half asleep beside me. Then I open my eyes and it's only the room again.
You still search for me where I used to be.
I can't sleep like I used to.
Not since you left.
Every night gets quieter
Inside my head.
and right before I drift away,
You come back again.
like my mind still reaches for you.
Even in sleep. You only find me after I can't sleep like I used to.
Maybe I never will,
Because nights still feel like yours.
even when they're still.
And every time I close my eyes,
You're somewhere in between.
a memory and a dream. And a dream.
I'm fine through most of the day, or at least that's what I tell myself. The noise keeps me distracted, the city helps a little. But nights are different, they always are.
The room gets quieter,
and somehow you return. Not through the door, not the way I want you to. Just in the small things that still feel like you.
the side of the bed, the light from the street, the way silence sounds right before sleep. You still reach for me without moving. You still hear me and everything quiet.
She
Comes back at night
every time the world slows down,
when there's nothing left to hear
but my own thoughts now.
and I swear I can still feel her
Next to me sometimes,
she disappears with the morning,
but she comes back at night. I stopped looking at your pictures weeks ago, but somehow my mind memorized them all. The way your hair fell over one shoulder, the way your voice changed when you got tired. Sometimes I wake up convinced you're still here, like if I turn slowly enough I'll find you there. But the room stays cold and the shadows don't move, and all I really find is the shape of losing you.
you never really let me go. You just learn how to hide it. She comes back at night
Every time the world slows down,
when there's nothing left to hear
but my own thoughts now.
and I swear I can still feel her
Next to me sometimes,
she disappears with the morning,
but she comes back at night.
in the dark you still know me. She comes back at night,
In ways I can't explain,
not as a memory anymore,
but almost like a place.
and maybe she's not really here. Maybe it's just my mind,
But every night I lose her,
and every night she comes